Imagine for a moment the weight of every trial you've endured. Those restless nights when doubts whispered louder than hope. The tears you wiped away in solitude, and the moments when it seemed the entire world was against you. Yet here you are, stronger than ever. Those hardships were not random. They were divinely orchestrated to prepare you for something extraordinary. You are not just anyone. You are chosen by God, a beacon of light that no darkness can extinguish. To everyone joining this transformative journey today, thank you for being here. Your support, especially through Super Thanks, means more than words can express. You are helping to spread this life-changing message of hope and faith to countless others. For those who feel the stir of purpose within, I encourage you to comment 999 below. Let it be your declaration of faith that your greatest comeback is just around the corner. Now, consider this. What if every sleepless night, every tear, and every moment of struggle was not a sign of failure, but a divine setup for a comeback so powerful it would leave everyone speechless? What if the very pain you've endured was molding you for a destiny that would surpass anything you ever imagined? Stay with me as we uncover the untold truths of why your journey has been so challenging and why your rise will be nothing short of miraculous. The time has come to embrace your purpose and step into the transformation God has prepared for you. Are you ready? Let's dive into this revelation together. God's chosen ones, your comeback will shock everyone. You are about to embark on a journey of rediscovery, a powerful return that will leave everyone around you in awe, completely astonished by the strength and purpose that radiates from within you. Deep down, from the very beginning, you knew your destiny was unlike any other. It might have come as a quiet whisper in the stillness of the night, a feeling so profound that it resonated deep in your heart, or even an inner voice that you could never quite silence, no matter how hard you tried. This call was more than just a passing thought. It was the first sign that you were chosen for something extraordinary, something far greater than anything you had imagined. Do you remember that moment when everything suddenly clicked? When the pieces of your life, no matter how disjointed they seemed, began to fit together? It was as though a divine light illuminated your path, giving you clarity and direction, just like the small signs that led Moses through the wilderness, guiding him toward his purpose. These fleeting moments in your life are your own guiding beacons. They have been there all along, offering glimpses of the greater destiny awaiting you. For many, this call comes in unexpected ways, often wrapped in ordinary events that take on profound significance. Perhaps you met someone who saw something in you that you had overlooked, or experienced a dream that felt so vivid. It seemed to step out of the realm of sleep and into your waking reality. These brief encounters, these small moments, may have seemed insignificant to others, but to you, they were undeniable. They left a lasting imprint on your soul, serving as a reminder that you were meant for something more. Could it have been a sign from God, guiding you toward your divine mission? The Bible tells us in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." And this is the truth you are now beginning to understand. But with this calling came responsibility, a responsibility that often feels too heavy to bear. Perhaps the weight of this purpose made you question whether you were truly capable of fulfilling it. The world around you might not understand the depths of your calling, and in those moments of isolation, you may have felt like an outsider, as though you were walking a path that others couldn't follow. Have you ever wondered why the journey feels so lonely at times, even when surrounded by others? Could it be that this isolation is simply a sign of your uniqueness, a divine reminder that you are not meant to walk the same road as everyone else? You were not made to fit into conventional molds. You were designed to break them, to create new paths and lead others toward them. The path you are meant to walk is not one of ease, it's one of transformation. In Matthew 7:13 to 14, Jesus speaks of the narrow path, the one that leads to life, urging those who hear his call to walk it, even though few will find it. This is the path we are on, a path that requires strength and perseverance. But it is also a path that brings clarity, purpose, and a deeper connection to the divine. Accepting this responsibility, no matter how daunting it may seem, is the first step toward true transformation. You might have felt the weight of doubt pressing against you, questioning whether you could really fulfill the purpose set before you. But even in those moments, when the journey seemed unbearably difficult, the flame of your calling has never extinguished. It continues to burn within you, fueling your spirit and propelling you forward. What if the doubts you faced have been the very challenges that are shaping you into the person you were always meant to become? What if every struggle you faced has been preparing you for the comeback that will shock the world? Keep moving forward. God is guiding you every step of the way, and your destiny is about to unfold in a way you've never imagined. Every challenge you've faced, every obstacle you've overcome, is a testament to the inner strength that resides within you, strength that few can comprehend. This power, forged through time and trials, is the very force that will propel you toward a triumphant return. Reflect on each test you've encountered. They were not just random struggles, each one was a necessary preparation. These challenges were designed to shape your character, strengthen your resolve, and equip you for what lies ahead. In the book of James, we are reminded that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:3. Each trial you faced has served to sharpen you, preparing you for something extraordinary. Have you ever wondered if these obstacles were truly steps toward fulfilling a greater purpose? Your journey is a clear reflection of this divine strengthening. Perhaps you've questioned why things have been so difficult, why the road seemed so steep. But with each hardship, you grew stronger. The trials weren't meant to break you, but to build you up, to cultivate the resilience and faith needed for your comeback. It's in those moments of uncertainty and struggle that your true character was formed, just as God molded Joseph through his many years of hardship before elevating him to a position of power. Genesis 41:46. The obstacles you faced were never random. They were the tools that God has used to prepare you for your divine mission. The call you felt within you was never something easy to ignore. It's as though it follows you everywhere, through your thoughts, your dreams, and even your daily actions. At times, perhaps you tried to stray, tempted by the allure of easier, less demanding paths. But no matter how far you wandered, there was always something pulling you back. That persistent tug is not just a feeling, but a divine calling, one that refuses to be ignored. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try to avoid it, that calling always finds its way back to you? Could it be that this is God's way of reminding you that you are destined for something greater? This persistence is not a coincidence, but a powerful testimony to the undeniable nature of your calling. It's not just a decision you can make or a path you can choose. It's a divine assignment, one that defines who you are at your core. In Romans 8:30, Paul writes, "And those whom he predestined he also called, and those whom he called he also justified, and those whom he justified he also glorified." You were chosen long before you realized it. Your return, your triumph, is inevitable because it's part of God's perfect plan for you. This is not just a momentary choice. It's your destiny unfolding. What comes next is a series of revelations and transformations that will awaken your full potential. As you begin to embrace this, you will witness your own growth and the development of a strength so profound that it will leave the world in awe.
On Vinted, everything is new again, so sell with ease and earn again.
Path Pass your driving test the faster way with National Intensive. We focus on intensive driving courses, which can be completed.
Each moment of your journey, every bit of pain, and every victory is an essential piece of the puzzle that is your extraordinary life. Can you see now how all the pieces are coming together to reveal a picture much greater than you imagined? Every moment has led you to this point, preparing you for the greatness that is now within your grasp. Now is the time to fully embrace your role as one of the chosen. This is not a time to shy away or doubt your worth. The greatness that is coming is not just a possibility, but a certainty. Your return will not merely surprise others, it will revolutionize everything. Just as Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, through the wilderness and into the promised land, your journey will require perseverance, faith, and the strength to cross through the desert. That desert is not a punishment, but a refining process, just as it was for Jesus, who spent 40 days in the desert, preparing for his ministry. Matthew 4:1-11. The crossing through this desert is crucial, for it is in the wilderness that you will encounter God's presence most profoundly and be refined for the tasks ahead. Are you ready to embrace what lies beyond? The world is about to witness a transformation so powerful that it will not just change your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Your comeback isn't just a return. It's a revolution that will shake the foundations of everything you've ever known. Stay faithful, stay strong, and prepare for the extraordinary. The best is yet to come. Imagine yourself walking through a vast, arid desert, where the relentless heat burns your skin, and the oppressive silence amplifies the loneliness around you. The desert, in this metaphor, represents those seasons of your life when everything seems to conspire against you, when the weight of adversity feels unbearable, and the end seems nowhere in sight. But it is during these very moments in the heart of struggle that your true character is shaped. Have you ever wondered how some of life's toughest moments seem to bring out the most powerful version of yourself? Could it be that, like the desert, these trials are refining you into who you were always meant to become? Every step you take in the desert, each grain of sand beneath your feet, is a testament to your resilience and unwavering determination. The heat you feel, the exhaustion that seems unending, these are not signs of weakness, but proof of your strength to endure. Throughout this journey, you faced countless adversities. The sandstorms that raged through the desert symbolize the crises, the unexpected challenges, and the moments when everything seemed to fall apart. These storms have tested your resilience, pushing you to your limits. How many times have you felt as though everything was going wrong, and yet somehow you kept moving forward? The lack of water, the absence of shelter, these are the moments when support and resources feel scarce, when you have no one to lean on and nowhere to turn. These circumstances force you to dig deep within yourself to find the strength to continue. It's in these moments when everything seems lost that you realize just how powerful your inner strength is. You might feel as though you're walking alone, but God has always been right there with you, providing for your every need. In the wilderness, the Israelites were tested, and it was there in the barrenness that they learned to trust God like never before. Exodus 16:4. Just like them, your desert experience is not a punishment, but a place where your faith, character, and inner strength are being strengthened. Each challenge you've overcome in this desert has been a lesson learned, a new skill gained, a new depth to your character added. Every obstacle you've faced has been proof that you are capable of overcoming whatever comes your way. Do you see it now? That the desert was not just a phase of suffering, but a crucial stage of self-discovery. This period has taught you not just survival, but growth. As the Apostle James writes, the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:3. Through each test, you've been shaped into someone who cannot be easily broken. Can you look back and see how far you've come? The desert is also a place of deep reflection. With the distractions of the outside world stripped away, you were forced to confront your inner fears, doubts, and insecurities. It is here, in this solitude, that you were given the space to hear the voice within. The voice that always knew your potential. The voice that has been guiding you towards your true purpose. This inner voice is not one of fear or doubt, but one that calls you to greatness. How often do you listen to that still, small voice? Could it be that this voice is God, speaking directly to your heart, showing you who you were always meant to be? The silence and isolation of the desert were not meant to break you, but to prepare you for something greater. In these moments of solitude, you found the clarity you needed to understand the calling you've received. The desert, though harsh, is where your mind and spirit were refined, readying you for the triumphant return that is to come. Can you feel it? The stirring within, the knowledge that your journey is about to take a new turn. This time in the wilderness, though painful, has been an essential part of your transformation. It was never about the suffering, it was about the preparation for what lies ahead. Crossing the desert is a rite of passage for the chosen ones. Think of the great heroes throughout history: Moses in the wilderness, David facing his giants, Jesus in the desert before his ministry began. All of them faced their own internal and external battles. They did not emerge from these trials as the same people. They emerged stronger, clearer in their purpose, ready to lead and inspire. Your battles too have not been for nothing. The pain, the struggle, the loneliness, all of it has revealed your true strength. You are not the person you were when you entered the desert. You have been tested, and now you are ready for the triumph that will follow. Your return will not just be a return to what you were. It will be a return to a new version of yourself, stronger, more resilient, and more powerful than ever before. Are you ready to step into that greatness? Your triumph is not only inevitable, but imminent. The desert has prepared you for what is coming. Your comeback is going to shock everyone, and it all begins now. Each scar you've acquired during this journey is a testament to your courage, resilience, and unwavering perseverance. The desert, with all its harshness and unforgiving conditions, played an essential role in shaping you into the person you were always destined to be. Have you ever looked at your scars, not as marks of defeat, but as symbols of your strength and endurance? Every cut, every bruise represents a battle fought and won, a challenge overcome. These scars are not signs of weakness, but badges of honor, proof that you have withstood the fiercest trials and have emerged stronger. Despite the unrelenting difficulties of the desert, it also brought moments of unexpected victories and divine miracles. Just as the Israelites found water in the wilderness, every oasis you stumbled upon, every patch of shade that offered temporary relief was a moment of hope and renewal. These fleeting moments of reprieve weren't just random occurrences. They were divine reminders that even in the darkest and most desolate times, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Have you ever experienced those small, miraculous moments in the midst of your trials, where everything seemed impossible, yet somehow you were carried through? These moments were not just coincidences, but the hand of God sustaining you, preparing you for what's to come.
Dave, ain't this the life? Another cheap flight found on kayak, sun in the sky, drink in your hand. All you need is to actually book it. Dave, stop holidaying. Press the button. Do it. Yes, Dave. Save 25% or more when you search and compare rates on hire.
It's not any good, and it might just change your life for the better, in more ways than one. Seriously. Rainbow Bass is a powerful, all-in-one mushroom and adaptogenic powder. designed to unlock his supernatural self. Essentially, it's a super potent coffee replacement filled with powerful natural ingredients to help you experience focus, energy, and calm all day long without the crash you usually get from drinking coffee. Think of it as a magic hot chocolate. It tastes, smells, and looks just like one. That's definitely the hot chocolate, right?
That's the mushroom blend. Can you taste any mushroom?
No, it tastes so nice. Not too sweet, a little bit chocolatey, but I think there's a hot chocolate. There's a bunch of
Every oasis found, every moment of comfort fueled your faith and kept you moving forward, even when the situation seemed utterly impossible. It's easy to lose sight of your purpose when everything around you seems to be falling apart, but it's in these moments that your faith is tested and strengthened. The Bible reminds us in 2 Corinthians 12:9, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." It is in your weakest moments that God's strength is most apparent, helping you to continue on your journey, one step at a time. Looking back now, you can see that the desert was not a place of hopelessness. It was the necessary preparation for your triumphant return. Each challenge you overcame, every reflection you made, and every fleeting moment of hope were all vital to building the foundation for your future success. You may not have understood it at the time, but every part of this journey was shaping you, making you wiser, stronger, and more prepared than ever before. The desert was never meant to be the end. It was the beginning of a new era in your life, one of achievement, glory, and the fulfillment of your destiny. Do you see how far you've come? The trials you faced were not meant to break you, but to mold you into the person who could handle the success, the greatness that is coming. The journey of the chosen ones is often paved with hardship, and while the desert may seem like a long and difficult road, it was the crucible that forged your true strength. On any great journey, moments of downfall are inevitable. There are those low points when everything seems to fall apart, when the path forward becomes clouded with uncertainty. It's during these moments of despair that you might have questioned everything, your purpose, your calling, even your faith. For you, the chosen ones, these setbacks can feel particularly painful. Every failure feels like a direct blow against the destiny you know deep down you were meant for. Yet it is precisely in these moments that true strength and character are forged. Every fall, every failure is not a sign of defeat, but an opportunity for growth, a chance to rise stronger than before. As Proverbs 24:16 says, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again." It's not the falling that defines you, but how you rise after each fall. Each time you stumble, you gain the strength to stand taller, more resolute in your purpose. These moments of failure, though painful, are not in vain. They teach you lessons that success never could. Have you ever considered how the challenges you faced and the failures you endured are the very things that will propel you toward your destiny? These are the moments that strip away everything that is not essential, allowing you to rise from the ashes like the phoenix, more powerful and determined than ever. This is the journey of the chosen ones, not a smooth, easy path, but one filled with lessons, growth, and the continual process of becoming the person God has always intended for you to be. The pain you've endured, the setbacks and the falls were not meant to stop you. They were part of your preparation. The triumph that awaits you will be so much greater because of what you've already overcome. Every scar tells a story of resilience. Every hardship a chapter of strength. Your return will not just be a moment of victory, it will be a powerful testimony to the greatness you found through the trials you faced. You're about to show the world the true extent of your power, your potential, and your destiny. The desert was only the beginning. Your triumph is inevitable, and it's coming sooner than you think. falls often come in unexpected ways. Perhaps it was a significant loss, a broken relationship, or an opportunity that slipped through your fingers. These painful events can shake your confidence and make you question your worth, your purpose, and the path you thought you were walking. It's natural to feel defeated, to wonder if everything you've worked for was in vain. Have you ever found yourself in one of those moments where everything feels lost, and the weight of your circumstances feels unbearable? Yet these moments are not the end. They are simply part of the journey. It's crucial to remember that these moments of loss and failure don't define who you are, but rather how you respond to them. Each time you rise, no matter how heavy the burden, you demonstrate a resilience that not only surprises others, but also yourself. Think about it. When was the last time you faced a setback and surprised even yourself by getting back up? It's often in the moments of deepest pain that the strength you didn't even know you had emerges. The Bible says in Proverbs 24:16, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again." It's not the fall that matters. It's how you rise, how you choose to respond to the challenges that shape you. This resilience, the ability to keep moving forward even when everything seems to be falling apart, is what sets you apart as one of the chosen ones. During these downturns, the temptation to give up can be overwhelming. The weight of unfulfilled expectations, dreams deferred, and disappointments can be crushing. Yet, it is in these moments of greatest temptation that you're called to rise. Instead of succumbing to defeat, you tap into an inexhaustible well of inner strength. This strength isn't born from a superficial desire to succeed. It stems from a deep, unwavering conviction that you are destined for something greater. Can you feel it? That belief that no matter what happens, you are called to a higher purpose. This is the strength that drives you to continue, even when the road ahead seems uncertain, when everything feels lost. It's the faith that God is using every moment, every struggle, to prepare you for what is yet to come. Each fall, no matter how painful, brings with it valuable lessons. These lessons are like precious stones buried deep within the challenges you face, and though they may be hidden at first, they reveal themselves when you least expect it. What are the lessons that have come from your struggles? Perhaps they have taught you humility, patience, and perseverance, qualities that are essential for your growth and transformation. These lessons are not just meant to be learned, but internalized, for it is through these lessons that you gain the wisdom needed to face the future with a stronger, more resilient heart. As Romans 5:3-4 reminds us, not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Every fall, every setback is an opportunity for growth, a chance to strengthen your character and build a deeper trust in God's plan for your life. Perhaps most importantly, these falls teach you the importance of trusting yourself and the process. Learning to accept and understand these lessons is fundamental to your personal transformation. Have you ever looked back on a difficult period and realized how much you learned from it, even though at the time you couldn't see the purpose behind it? It is through embracing these lessons, accepting them as part of your journey, that you begin to see the bigger picture. Your understanding of yourself, of your purpose, and of the world around you deepens, allowing you to approach future challenges with a new perspective. You are no longer the person you were before the fall. You are someone who has learned, grown, and transformed. In addition to the lessons, falls also provide moments of introspection. In the quiet aftermath of a fall, when the noise of the world fades away, you are given the space to reflect deeply on your life. This period of stillness is essential for connecting with your inner self, for re-evaluating your goals, and for rediscovering your purpose. During this time, you may realize that what you thought was important may no longer hold the same value. Introspection gives you the clarity to see beyond the immediate struggles and to understand the bigger picture, your divine purpose, and the role you are meant to play in this world. It is in these moments of reflection that you begin to chart a new course, adjusting your plans and preparing for the big return. This renewed clarity is essential for the journey ahead. As you begin to see your life from a higher perspective, you are equipped to plan your path forward with greater intention and purpose. Each moment of introspection, each lesson learned, and every piece of wisdom gained will serve as the foundation for your future success. Your return will not be the same as before. It will be stronger, wiser, and more focused. The challenges you've faced, the falls you've endured, are simply the stepping stones that have prepared you for the extraordinary things that are yet to come.
Embark on your own cover story on National Geographic Journeys with G Adventures. Step into a legacy of exploration and fill your pages with the wonders of the world. Your next chapter starts here. Book today.
Introducing new John West Eco Twist. Simply twist, enjoy, and recycle.
I met Jen after she was ghosted by an ex. It took her years to get over it, and he just popped back into her life.
The bigger picture is becoming clearer, and with each step, you are getting closer to fulfilling your true destiny. Are you ready to embrace the journey ahead with renewed strength and unwavering faith? Your comeback is not just possible, it is inevitable. There was a pivotal moment in your journey, a moment when everything began to fall into place, and suddenly the pieces of your life made sense. This moment often comes unexpectedly, perhaps during a sleepless night, a quiet walk through nature, or in a moment of deep contemplation. It's as if a light was turned on inside you, illuminating parts of your soul that had long been hidden in the shadows. Have you ever experienced that sudden clarity when it feels like the fog lifts and you see everything more clearly than ever before? That moment wasn't just a fleeting flash of understanding. It marked the beginning of an inner awakening, a profound shift in your consciousness that would forever change your perspective. This inner awakening is a unique and powerful experience, one that reveals the truths that have always been there, but were previously obscured by the noise, distractions, and worries of everyday life. As you woke to this new awareness, you began to see the world, and most importantly, yourself, in an entirely new light. The challenges you once saw as obstacles, the falls that felt like failures, now revealed themselves as opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to evolve, and to become the person you were always meant to be. Can you think of a time when what seemed like a setback actually became a turning point in your life? In that moment, you shifted your mindset, seeing every difficulty as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. This shift in perspective didn't just change how you saw the past. It began to shape your future, preparing you for the triumphant return that is about to unfold. It's as though this awakening was a divine invitation to step into your full potential, and you are now on the path to a return that will astound those around you. With this awakening came a newfound understanding of your potential. You began to recognize the unique skills and talents you've always possessed, many of which may have been underestimated or overlooked, either by yourself or others. Perhaps you've had moments in your life where your abilities were dismissed, or you felt unsure of your own worth. But in this awakening, everything became clear. These talents, once hidden or undervalued, are the essential tools for your journey. It's like finding the hidden treasure that's been buried deep within you all along. This newfound awareness of your potential brought with it a surge of confidence, a belief in your own abilities that you may not have had before. You now realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever imagined. You are not just equipped to face the challenges ahead, you are destined to overcome them with grace and strength. With this increase in self-confidence also came a renewed determination to move forward no matter what. In this awakening, you discovered a truth. You are not alone on this journey. There is a greater force, God's divine hand, guiding your every step. Just as Psalm 37:23 says, "The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him." You are now walking with the assurance that you are being guided every step of the way. Have you ever felt God's presence in your life, guiding you in ways you never expected? This realization that you are not walking this path alone has brought a deep sense of peace and reassurance. The path ahead is not without challenges, but now, with a renewed understanding of your potential and divine guidance, you know that you are more than equipped to face whatever comes your way. This awakening is not just a moment in time, it is the beginning of a transformation that will continue to unfold. As you embrace this new perspective, the person you once were gives way to the person you are becoming. The trials, the setbacks, the falls, they no longer define you. Instead, they are the raw material from which your strength and wisdom have been forged. You are stepping into your full potential, and with each step, you move closer to the triumphant return that will surprise the world. The light that has been turned on inside you is not just for you to see, it's a light meant to shine brightly, guiding others along their own path as well. Your awakening is not just for personal gain, it's for the greater good as you fulfill the purpose you were always destined for. Introspection has become an essential part of your personal growth, a tool that has helped you reconnect with your deeper self and understand the nuances of your emotions and experiences. At some point, you began dedicating time to reflect on the journey you've been on, to look back at the lessons learned, and to listen to that still inner voice that's been guiding you all along. Whether through moments of prayer, meditation, or simply sitting in silence, you have cultivated a practice that strengthens your connection with both yourself and the universe. Have you ever noticed how just a few moments of quiet reflection can provide you with more clarity and peace than anything else? In these moments, you tapped into a well of wisdom, and this connection brought a profound sense of serenity. It has helped you make decisions that feel more aligned with your true purpose, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with confidence, knowing you are walking the path meant for you. As you deepened your connection with yourself, you also began to understand the critical importance of the energy surrounding you. In your awakening, you realized that the people, environments, and even the thoughts you once tolerated now had a different significance. What you used to accept without question began to feel out of place, and you became more discerning about where and with whom you spent your time. It's as though the veil was lifted, and you saw with greater clarity the impact that external influences had on your inner peace. The Bible teaches us in 1 Corinthians 15:33, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." This verse resonates deeply with your journey as you began to move away from people and environments that drained you toward those that nourished your soul and supported your growth. It became clear that, in order to stay focused on your mission, protecting your inner space was no longer optional. It became a necessity. This discernment allowed you to guard your energy, ensuring that it was spent on what truly mattered and creating the conditions for you to fully flourish. In this process of introspection and awakening, you came to realize something even more profound. The certainty that your return would not be just any return. No, this was going to be something far greater. This was the beginning of your true rebirth. The person you are becoming is someone new, someone transformed, and this transformation is about to be revealed to the world. Have you felt that inner stirring, that sense that you're on the cusp of something extraordinary? Every experience you've had, every lesson you've learned, and every moment of introspection has been building toward this defining moment. You're preparing to show the world a version of yourself that has been shaped by pain, tested by fear, and forged in the fire of trials. This isn't a return to what you once were. This is the emergence of a new version of you, stronger, wiser, and more confident than ever before. Your journey has been a powerful process of turning pain into power, fear into courage, and doubt into unshakable faith. And now, with the strength and clarity you've gained through these trials, you are about to show the world just how transformative that journey has been. The world is about to witness your rise, not just as someone who overcame adversity, but as someone who used that adversity as fuel to create something beautiful, something extraordinary. What would your life look like if you embraced this new version of yourself? One that is no longer held back by fear or doubt, but fully confident in the greatness that lies ahead. Your return will not be a quiet moment. It will be a powerful declaration of everything you have become and everything you are about to achieve. Your rebirth is just the beginning, and the world will be forever changed by the version of yourself that is now emerging. Building resilience is a profound and ongoing journey that defines the path of God's chosen ones. Resilience is not something that happens instantly. It is cultivated through the trials and struggles you face, through the deepest wounds and hardest battles. Picture a tree growing in rocky, unforgiving soil. Its roots stretch deep, searching for nourishment and stability. Despite the harsh conditions, the tree stands tall, unwavering. This is how resilience works in your life, rooted in your experiences, making you unshakable when the storms of life come. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree, he shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Psalm 92:12. Just like that tree, you are being rooted in the tough terrain of life, allowing you to withstand any storm. Can you remember a time when you felt like the world was crumbling around you, yet you stood firm, just like that tree? You have faced challenges that tested every part of you, your mind, your emotions, your spirit. Every struggle was a chance to grow stronger, to fortify your resilience. When the road seemed impassable, you found ways to keep moving forward. Every obstacle you overcame taught you something new, how to adapt, how to find solutions to what seemed like impossible problems, how to trust in hope even when all seemed lost. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. This verse reminds you that no matter how impossible the challenge seemed, you were never alone in your fight. Think back to those dark days. How did you manage to hold on to your faith and push through? These lessons not only prepared you for future storms, but they transformed you into someone others can look to for inspiration. Your life became a beacon of hope for others who felt lost. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Matthew 5:14. Have you ever considered how your resilience now serves as a guiding light for those around you? Practicing resilience involves more than just surviving. It's about actively strengthening your mind, body, and spirit. Meditation, prayer, and physical exercise became essential to your routine. These aren't just activities, but tools for maintaining emotional balance, nourishing your soul, and replenishing your energy. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Have you noticed how a moment of prayer can calm the chaos inside? How a few minutes of meditation can bring clarity? Each time you take a moment to clear your mind of negativity and reconnect with your higher purpose, you renew your strength. And every prayer is not just a plea for help, but a surrender, a declaration of trust in God's plan for you. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Psalm 23:1. It's in these moments of surrender that your faith is deepened and your determination is renewed. Your journey toward resilience has also been shaped by the stories of those who walked similar paths before you. Biblical figures like Job, who endured unimaginable suffering but held fast to his faith, and David, who faced countless battles but always trusted in God's power, are examples that reflect your own struggles. But the Lord stood by me and gave me strength. 2 Timothy 4:17, just as he stood by David and Job during their trials. These stories are not just ancient history, they are blueprints for your life. Like them, you have faced hardships, but you are not defined by those hardships. Instead, you are defined by your ability to rise.
New will alive. Now begins.
Have you owned or leased a Jaguar Land Rover or Range Rover diesel vehicle between 2015 and 2020?
As they did. Have you ever reflected on how these biblical heroes saw their struggles not as defeats, but as opportunities for God's glory to shine through them? As you read about their courage, did you feel the strength to push forward, knowing that their resilience was also in you? Resilience doesn't thrive in isolation. It is nurtured by the community that surrounds you. It is crucial to have people who understand your journey, who believe in you, even when you can't see the way forward. The power of a supportive community cannot be overstated. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. Ecclesiastes 4:9. Think of those who have walked beside you, your mentors, your friends, your family. Their unwavering belief in you, their encouragement and their presence have lifted you when you felt like giving up. These people are the pillars that keep you standing tall. Can you recall a moment when a word of encouragement from someone gave you the strength to continue? These connections have strengthened your resilience, making you capable of facing whatever comes your way. As you continue to grow, resilience becomes not just a shield, but a tool to help you thrive. It's not merely about surviving the storms of life, but about emerging from them stronger, wiser, and more determined. For the mountains may depart and the hills be removed, but my steadfast love shall not depart from you, and my covenant of peace shall not be removed. Isaiah 54:10. God's word reminds us in James 1:12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. This promise is for you. Your comeback will not just be a return, but a glorious restoration, a testament to the power of resilience and unwavering faith. Your return will shock those who once doubted you, for it will be a living testimony to the truth that true strength is not about avoiding hardship, but about rising again after each fall. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. Psalm 37:24. Your comeback will demonstrate that your purpose, rooted in God's plan, will always prevail. How will your comeback impact those who have watched you struggle? Will they see the incredible power of God's work in your life? As God's chosen ones, your journey is far from ordinary. It is a path of growth, transformation, and ultimate purpose. At one point in your life, there came a pivotal moment when you realized that your mission, as you once understood it, needed a complete redefinition. This moment of clarity didn't come easily. It was forged through countless internal and external struggles, a battle within yourself that eventually led you to understand that your purpose needed to evolve. You were not abandoning the path you had walked before, but instead, you were being called to take a different direction, one that better reflected the maturity and wisdom you had gained. This decision was a crucial turning point in your journey, ensuring that your comeback would not only be profound, but transformative, shaking everyone who witnesses it. Redefining your mission was not just a change in direction. It was a deep and often painful introspection. You had to dive deep into your own heart and soul to understand what truly mattered. What moved you? What did your soul yearn for? You began questioning the motivations that had once driven you, the goals you had once set, and the values you had followed. This honest self-examination, though sometimes uncomfortable, was necessary for realigning your purpose with your truest essence. Isn't it true that growth often demands an honest confrontation with who we really are? The Bible reminds us in 2 Corinthians 13:5, examine yourselves to see whether you're in the faith. Test yourselves. Do you not realize that Christ Jesus is in you, unless, of course, you fail the test? When you did this, you began to see the path ahead more clearly. It was as if a veil had been lifted, revealing what you needed to do to fulfill your divine calling. This moment of clarity was essential because without it, you would have remained on a path that no longer resonated with the true mission God had prepared for you. One of the most important parts of redefining your mission was letting go. Letting go of old beliefs, outdated patterns, and the expectations of others that no longer served your purpose. You had to release these things, even though they had been part of your identity for so long. It wasn't an easy process. In fact, it was painful. Can you remember how difficult it was to let go of things that were deeply rooted in your life? But as you did, you made room for new possibilities, new beliefs, new opportunities, and new connections that would carry you forward. This act of letting go was liberating, freeing you to move toward your new mission with a lighter heart, a clearer mind, and renewed strength. The weight that once burdened